Hello and welcome back to the No Dig Norfolk Gardener. Today's video is all about soft fruit, and we've been having soft fruit that's been coming ready since May, towards the end of May, when we were harvesting the strawberries, and then it was the green gooseberries that are behind me. Our red gooseberries, which are a little bit further down the garden, which we'll look at a bit later, they're now ready for our harvest. But equally, and also, are the black currants and red currants. They really are amazing black currants. Look at the size of those, look. And of course, with soft fruits, you can make lots of preserves, jams. It won't be long before Mrs. W is hard at work in the kitchen. She'll absolutely love this in this really hot weather that we have here in Norfolk at the moment. And they really are ready to harvest. As you can see, as I'm trying to take them off the bush, they're actually falling off. And we certainly don't want to be wasting any. So it is a bit of a job when you come to harvest these, but so worth it, so worth it. Now, next we want to look at the gooseberries. Now you saw us, I think early on in the month, where we picked the green gooseberries, and they came ready a little bit earlier. These are the red ones, and this is a dessert type of gooseberry. And I always find the best way to tackle these, as you can see there's plenty of thorns on there, is to actually lift up the branch so that you can get a clear look at it. There doesn't tend to be too many thorns towards the top of the bush. Here they are, you can see them here. And then you can see exactly what you're doing. And hopefully keep your hands and fingers clear of those thorns. And actually, as you start to harvest them, then you start to see where you actually can get a hold of the stem so that you don't get stabbed. And we have two of these bushes, so it's going to take us a little while to get these gooseberries off, but that's our job. And it will provide us with lovely fruit to eat over the coming months. Gooseberries actually freeze really, really well. And then you can just take them out as and when you need them. And if, like us, you've got things like rhubarb, which you've been harvesting through the year, then that can be frozen as well, along with the black currants, raspberries. And then you have this abundance of fruit to enjoy all the way through the years. And the red currants, they're just about all ready. There are a few bunches that might need a little longer, but as with the vegetables, it's always really a good thing to do to pick them when they're at their optimum harvest time, when they're ready. You're ready for them. As with the gooseberries and the black currants, if you have to start picking some a little earlier while you're waiting for some of the others to become ready, just pop them into the freezer. They'll be really good in there, and then when you want to use them, they'll then be ready to go. And the red currants are actually a bit easier than the others. The black currants we've probably left a little too long, whereas these red currants are ready to go. And you can just take the bunches off, pop them into your bowl, and then when you get them back down to your kitchen, your house, all you got to do is strip the berries from the stems. They really are absolutely masses. It's been a really good year for soft fruit this year. And one of Mrs. W's most popular things that she makes, that everybody likes to have some of, is the red currant jelly. So there we have it. We've done our first pickings of the soft fruit. There is still plenty more to come. And you know, with the soft fruits you can see there behind me, so many things you can do with those. You can make jams, you know, your preserves. You can make jellies. You can make fruit wines, which myself and Mrs. W do participate in. And you can use them in your desserts. And we also make some lovely fruit cordials with them too for the grandchildren to enjoy. But like I say, always keep an eye on them. When they look like they're at their optimum harvest, when they're at their best, then pick them. Because they will store in the freezer, and actually when you then come to use them to make what you want to make, they're actually in a really good condition then. So we always find it's actually better if you do freeze them first before you actually use them in whatever way you want to use them. But the important thing to remember is always to harvest them when they are at their very best. Same with your vegetables. And you can see here that with this courgette, if I move this away, look at this, look Poppy, look at this. Look what Mrs. W has done. She's not been out here to pick this, has she, hey? And it's starting to turn into a marrow. So like I say, whether you need to harvest these things or not, because you know you might not be ready for them, you're much better off to harvest them actually when they are at their best. And then you actually get to eat them at their best. You know, a courgette, if it was picked, you know, 3 or 4 days earlier when it's a little bit smaller, it will store in the fridge. That won't be a problem, and then you can enjoy it. In fact, I had some lovely courgettes, onions and bacon along with a chicken leg that I had the other night, and it makes a lovely little vegetable. And you know, courgettes don't have a particular taste of their own, but what they are very good is at bulking out what you are eating, and they will take on lovely rich flavors that you actually add into your cooking. So you put courgettes in, you got a lovely vegetable, and in my case they took on the flavour of the onions and the garlic and the bacon, and it provided a lovely little side dish of vegetables for me to be able to eat with my evening meal. You can actually see while we're here that this tunnel, these beans, they're really starting to motor on now. We're in the second week of July as it stands, and it's not going to be long before they meet the top. And we can pinch the tops out and they will then start to bush out rather than just being this long winding stem. However, the flowers are coming, and further down the plant the flowers are actually out. And further down the plant the beans are starting to form. You can see there's one coming here. This is a variety called Firestorm. But as the season goes on, you can see these flowers that are all now coming out. This will all produce beans. But when your beans, regardless whether you're growing over a tunnel or if you're growing up A-frames, however you're growing them, when they reach the top of your structure, if you pinch the tops out, then it will cause these to then push other shoots out, and yeah, you'll get more flowers, which will result in more beans. And while we are here, just have a look, Mrs. W, at the squashes. There they are. You can see they are starting to form, and I don't want to be presumptuous, but I do think this is going to work actually. This curry squash is rather enjoying growing up this structure, and we've got new ones forming here. So I'm really hopeful that what we're doing here is really going to work. Now, I do hope that you've enjoyed this video, and if you're growing your soft fruit, let us know exactly what you're going to be doing with yours. Have you harvested it yet? Is it ready yet? Because we have people that view this channel that can be in the north of the country, right down to the south of the country. We have viewers from all around the world, which I'm very pleased to say, you know, also enjoy in our community channel, and they send us comments, and it's really interesting to hear what other people in other parts of the world or the country are doing with their soft produce. We would love to hear all about it, so please leave us your comments in the comment box below. And we shall see you on the next video.